Good evening, happy and fit people. With you, Yaroslav Shvets again, and today I'll tell you something about a really great power what hidden inside you, just waiting for release it, and it's power of your focus. So basically, it doesn't matter what you do. If you focus it enough on something, you can achieve it much easily, much faster, I would say, and all of the quality of your work will be changed. And it doesn't matter you wanna lose weight or you wanna make a more success business or whatever you want to. So it's more you focus it on something, it more direct energy will go to the certain direction, and sooner or later you will get it. So if you decide to have a great body, okay, just focus it on it. And if you decide to lose weight, focus it on it. If you want to develop your business, focus it on it. It's simple. So even if you came to the gym and you do exercises, much better to keep your mind working on what you're doing. So if you're training your biceps, just focus on the feelings you have. Just focus on every tiny movement you do, so you will feel this kind of burning tiredness and you can feel like your biceps work. So basically any good athletes will say to you, so if you will focus it or not, if you will focus enough on a certain workout, you will get a better result. So basically it's one of the idea why everywhere mirrors in a gym, because you look in the mirrors, you focus it on a certain area you're training and so on. So basically if you read any mystic or philosophy books from India or Tibet, China, whatever, basically all of them, they said the same thing. So I'll give you a small example. Let's say old lamp, it's shining to all of the direction and make 90% of warm and just 10% of light. And basically it's not really hot, you even can touch if it not work long time as well. But if you make a same lamp and take all of the light and focus it in one tiny place, you will get a laser. And you know, it dramatical difference between a laser, what can burn, what can cut the things and so on, and between a lamp, you know. So this is a power of focus. So I can provide you like a millions example, but I just wanna you got a simple idea. So okay, let's come back to the exercises. When you focus it on what you're doing, you will get a much bigger result, believe me. So I really hate come to the gym and bring some work with me, but sometimes I have to. It's limit of time and I should sacrifice something. So basically I have a mood or I don't have a mood, it doesn't matter. I just, okay, go to the gym and make a program, that's it. So I know I not waste any day and I make some kind of influence on my body for be healthy, more good looking, in more energetic state to be and so on. But if I have a chance, I try not use a phone, try not talk to anyone, just focus on what I'm doing. So if anyone familiar with the yoga, it many exercises before you work with the energy, what really difficult for be focused so much, or meditation. You do simple hatha yoga, you just keep different position, you concentrate on a certain place and a certain organ of your body and so on. And it's train you for train your focus to shift the focus where you want to. So basically many spiritual techniques is based on a same principle. You shift the focus, and when you cannot, you just focus it on one thing, let's say on the left corner of the room and after on the right corner of the room, and you shift your focus on the different objects in the room, like on a bottle, on a lamp, on a, I don't know, anything on a mirror or anything you have in a room, on a chair, a bed, and you shift the focus like every 30 seconds. Because usually it's quite difficult for keep focusing more than 20 seconds. And then your mind is getting stronger, you can focus longer, so you shift your focus like every minute. And then if you get even more stronger, your mind get under your control. So you can keep focusing on one thing like all day long, or 1 hour, or 30 minutes, or 5 minutes. You can try with 5 minutes, just be focused, let's say, on an apple on a table on the middle of your room, or on a candle. Because usually on a candle or something like leaves what moving under the wind, or flower, they have a tiny movements. Or fire of candle, it always have a blinking and movements. It's more easy to focus on it and get to the state of the trance, and you can train your mind this way. So I just give you an example. So in yoga, for get really good result in the flexibility, or usually people do it when they have a health problem, for make some improvement, you do the 3 things at once, and basically everything it was directed for make your focus stronger. So you do the movement. Let's say you move your arm from up to down, or from left side to the right side, and you focusing on it. And you're not focusing on your movement, you synchronize it with your inhale and exhale. So let's say you move it from bottom to top, and you do it on inhale up and on exhale down. And also you sync what you're doing. So you connect it to your breathing, you connect to your thinking, and you connect it to your feelings, what you feel, how arms is moving. And in this way you training to focus it on something with the 3 tiny things, like your breathing, your feelings, and your thought. So basically whatever you do, you need to think what you're doing. It's called the power of here and now. But unfortunately many people, they live anywhere, they mind like going literally in any place, but not here and right now. But it's amazing moment to be here and now, because you live in only in this moment. But what, we come to the work and we think about our holiday. On a holiday we're thinking about work and just waste our energy on nothing. And we in the gym and we think about time spending with our friends. But when we're with the friends, we think, oh, I need to do this exercises and that exercises because I'm still look fat, and so on, so on. So our mind always floating somewhere, always living in the past, or in the past was not so bad, or just drifting to the future. Yeah, in the future it will be better than now, but we missed all of the opportunity what we have in now. So if you can be right here and right now, you will achieve great power. So probably any teacher or specialist will tell you. So yeah, let's say to the teachers, if kids focus it enough on a certain task, they can complete it. But when they looking on a mirror, or when they look on the windows, or drawing, or talk the neighbors, or whatever, they're not focusing on the tasks they got. So basically result is really weak, isn't it? So power of your focus can change like literally anything. So it depends how strong you can make it, how hard you can focus it on a certain thing. So if you have a really cool project, but usually I'm really creative, I like to do certain things. So if I'm inspired, I can dive to literally all day and just sit in the office and complete the project, totally be in. And I know it will be, if not perfect, like almost perfect, and I cover all of the tiny details what might be like any a moment what it's supposed to be, and even can make like a plan B, C, and D if something not going wrong, or if not going smooth, or we didn't find the sponsor, will be a problem with the budget, what it usually is in a movie industry, and so on. So it's just the ability for dive into things you want. So your project will be completed much faster, and the way of will be done it will be completely different when you will do it. Okay, just in case, or just okay, I need to finish my working day and just work in this project, and okay, I complete it tomorrow, and so on. And when you totally in, it just nothing else exists, only the things you want. It will be dramatical difference. Just believe me, or just try. It's have a million exercises for keep you focusing on something. Just choose any you want, make your own research, just take exercises you like, and keep your mind focused on something. So many let's say gurus, but I not really like all of the books we can find it now. Let's say like Osho, Krishnamurti, or anyone else. Some of them it's quite good, but other one is like super commercial and let's say cheaters. So many guru, if you go to India, it's just a big fraud, nothing else. But still, everywhere you can find a small seed of truth. So a lot of them, they said exactly the same thing. They said just focus it on what you want. So if you really want something, just focus it on it. But first of all, you need to know what you want. You need to know where you want to go. So if you know you're going from point B to point C, yeah, you clearly see the way where you're going. You exactly know where you want to be and with who you want to be and what you want to do. So it really be more easily focused on it. So you're focusing on a final destination. You can do the visualization. You can imagine yourself already in a place you want to. You already achieved the thing you want to. Just focus it on your feelings. Focus it on any tiny emotions you might feel in that moment. Let's say you aim to be a director of your company, yeah, or high manager or whatever you want to. Just imagine your place, how you get it already, and you working as a director and you enjoy it and everything good, because our positive emotions, it's really important. It's really important trigger to work our subconscious mind. So basically they always going in the same way with our feelings, with our emotional state. So it can tie certain things to the emotions, or emotions to the certain action. So it's same explanation why we have bad habits or bad memories. It have really strong imprint with let's say with a fear or anything else, but we can tie it to something nice, to really positive emotions, when you feel really satisfied, when you feel happy, when you really joy to got that position, and you imagine as long as you can, I don't know, you in your main office and working with your colleagues on development of the company, or it can be anything. Just work with your mind, just pretend, just turn on your imagination, make it works. So visualization, it's a really good power. It's amazing tools, but without your focus, if you're not focusing on it, it will not work. So it's really important to release this power of focus. So basically we have all necessary tools for anything. So if you want to be a good athlete, you already have all of the tools you need. If you want to be let's say a comedian, whatever, you already have your mind. You can talk to people. If you're not really good with a public speech, you can train it. So basically everything we can train. And like some specialists said, we need about 100 hours to do something for became more experience, or became like a specialist in a certain direction. So it doesn't matter you play music instrument, or you're carpenter, or you come and do the exercises, because muscle memories will be start to record, rewrite, let's say, after 100 times you do the certain thing. So if you do the boxing, you do the 100 kicks. After the 100 kicks, you will get a new muscle memory. So it's why really important to keep the right technique. Otherwise, you will memorize wrong moves. So if you do the certain exercises with the dumbbells or whatever, few hundred times in wrong way, and it would work well for you, so you became a new habit, you will do automatically wrong. So after you need to relearn it, for it will be even more complicated, because you need to do it again and focus it more and spend more energy for do exercises right. For the beginners, I recommend just do everything right, not only about exercises, but it's just a really good example. So try to do it smooth, going step by step, and do it right, and make a really good memory, a really good muscle memory or neural connection, what will be helpful later. It's not going anywhere, so you don't need to carry a really heavy bag with you. Any skills you got, it will be somewhere in your brain, or without or out of brain, I don't know, because some people say the brain is only antenna what connect us with our soul, with our mind, conscious, whatever. It doesn't matter in what you believe, but it just work in some certain way, and if we know how it works, so we can use like brilliant tools. So I always said to people that everything you have, use it as a tools. If you have like certain kind of cultural or religious or any other limits, you can turn it to the tools. You can use it as a tools as well. It's only the way how you see the things. So yeah, if I said about the focus, probably if you will look at the video of the famous fitness models or athletes, everyone said like keep focusing on what you're doing, and it's really important. For example, I make some small research. I just training with some guys, and I make a visualization. So how I train in my back and how it's growing, and each exercises I was totally in feelings I got when I train, and especially if you're training hard, you will be in a pain. It will be like really hard burning, so you cannot just escape from it. So you will focus it on your feelings in your body. And you know, in a few months later, I noticed like I got a little bit more weight, and my result was increased. So I be able to do the more sets, I be able to do more reps even with a heavier weight, and I gained like maybe half of kilo. Yeah, it's not so big, but I was like in a quite good shape already. So additional like 500 grams of meat, not so bad. And then I noticed when I take a phone with me and I have a lot of work and I'm training, I realize I didn't get same intense on my muscle. So let's say I work on my shoulders or triceps, and at the same time I have to do the work. What like it's ridiculous, training and working at the same time. But I try to use any opportunities possible, because many people said, "Oh, I just don't have time. It's impossible. I cannot do it." If I can work and do exercise sometimes, okay, it's better than nothing. So next time I'll do the harder training. It will be like easy training. At least can do the cardio. So on any machine you can take your note or whatever, and you can do the cardio and complete your paperwork. So I noticed when I working, I wasn't focused on it. I even didn't have any pain on next day, but sometimes on the next day your legs or back or chest, it just exhausted. You can feel how you kill it last evening or last morning, and you can feel it like how hard it's pumped, or you need like recovery for next few days. And when I wasn't focused on the things I done, I didn't got it. It even not even close. So let's say if you go to train in boxing and you will be not focusing on things you're doing, you know, you will just punch it in your face 100 times. So you have to be focused on what you're doing, and the more you focus on it, the better you will be able to complete the certain task. So the same thing is about a study. It's the same thing about work, about anything. Same if you, let's say you talk to someone but you have certain problems and your mind really away, so you will not hear anything what the person will tell you. Even if he will say, oh, you know, you just won a car or something, you will not hear it, and you say, what, oh sorry, what you say, whatever. Yeah. The same when let's say kids try to make a homework and they put some cartoons on a telly or put some music and so on, the mind will be shifted somewhere away and productivity will be not same. Unfortunately, some people will say we're like really smart, but our cortex, like in all our neural connections, it's not so big, so we just a little bit smarter than monkey, but we are not so smart. And great proof of it, like aliens still don't want to contact us, you know, with probably nothing in common, nothing to discuss with us, and we're still super primitive. So what I try to say, basically we can focus it only one things at one time. So it doesn't matter you're a woman or man. Yeah, you can do like a few things at one time, because many things we do automatically. So you can cook and talk to your friend, and maybe I don't know, hold another things and type something on the phone, type a message on the phone, keep listening to your friend and cooking, because something you do there automatically. So basically our mind turn to all of the things to automatic process, and it is good and it is bad, because if you make a good habit and you turn to automatic process, it's just great. But if you already recover the bad habit and it's turned to automatic process, it's a total disaster. So we can focus it only on one things at one time. So if you want to do something good, do it one by one. Don't do the many things at the same time. Quality of made it work will be not the same at all. Yeah, some said like, oh, women can do like a few things at the same time and not like a man. Yeah, something yes and something not. It's same stuff what I said before, because people turn everything in automatic process, and women maybe in certain things a little bit better than the man, and that's why women's really good on talking on the phone, and they hate a walkie-talkie. But men okay with talking with walkie-talkie, because it's only one way of send a signal. So always you need to say start, always need to say over, and when one man finish, another man start the conversation. And for any guy it's like quite okay, but it's tiny differences in a psychology, I would say. But for women it's total disaster. Women usually hate the walkie-talkie, but they love talk over the phone, and some of them they can spend hours talk to their friends, chatting to them, whatever. Okay, so just it's really short message. Don't want to talk too much about it, just to focus. So it doesn't matter on what you want to focus on. If you're doing exercises, you decide to lose the weight, yeah, just focus it on it, just keep it in your mind, and it's harder you'll keep it in your mind, it's longer you'll keep that picture in your mind. Let's say you can find the old picture when you're in a shape you like. Okay, just put it on a wall for make a reminder, for keep your focus how you want to look like, and keep that picture as long as possible. You can print it or put it on your phone and look as more often as possible. Okay, so I want to be like 55 kilo, or I want to be like 75 kilo, whatever, and focus it on it. So when you focus on something really hard, your process in your mind will be changed. So subconscious mind start to look for the solution. Okay, so I got a message, so need to reduce the weight. It's mean need eat less, need put less food in our body. It's mean need to change food, need find some other information what we might be not need, no, don't know about the dietary, or maybe find some specialist, or find some video with a specialist, and so on. So basically sooner or later you will start to make more research, try to collect more information about, and move to the certain direction you want. And it's a good thing, we have creatures of free will, and you decide where you want. So it's really cool book of Vadim Zeland, and he basically mystery he described in a really simple and really primitive language that can be understand to anything. So basically all our life and all our existence, it's a huge varieties of probabilities. So basically you have an unlimited choice of the, how to explain correctly, you have unlimited choice of things and action it can be happen. So you can choose to be happy and healthy, or you can choose to be poor and miserable. So everything works, everything up to you, and between those two have like another million of options. And we make a choice each time, each second, each moment, every day we do the choice. We choose, wake up from a right or from a left leg, turn right or left, we choose say hello or thank you or goodbye to a certain person or not say, and with a certain time it will be kind of a relationship, good or bad, with a certain person. We always decide to eat junk food or not eat junk food. We make a choice with who to spend time, where to spend time. We make a choice what to think of, and most important, on what we want to focus it, what information we collected. So basically we make millions of choice during a month, so it hundreds every day, and every small choice it turn you to the certain direction. So basically it make a certain pattern, and basically you are the person who decide. And only problem, we do it really unconsciously. So if we will be a little bit more mindful, like a Buddhist teaching said, just be mindful, whatever happens, everything is really smooth and floating nice, and you can relax. Just be mindful. So it always they said. And when you're mindful, you can more realize what's going on around. You can analyze. So let's say what information you watch on the telly, it's make a good or bad influence on you. It's make you worrying. Okay, just switch it off or change the channel. Okay, it's keep you positive. All right, you can use it, and so on. So sometimes you do the these tiny choices unconsciously, or you can do it consciously. So if you will be the captain of your life, so if you decide what you want to choose, if you decide what you want to go, you always will keep focusing in direction you want to, not in direction when someone move you like a sheep. But basically if you make your analyzation more deeper, you will see like everyone just move to the people they want to. And it's explained really simple, because we live in a commercial world. Everything about the money and marketing now in a really high level, I would say. So basically everything about earning, everything about the consuming, everything about the money. So someone will spend enough source. You can see in the media and all of the advertisement what you really tired of, what make a certain influence on you, I would say, every day. And it almost no chance to escape from it, at least if you will be mindful. So if you will be mindful, you can control it. So basically what the message is, so you always decide who you wanna be, how you wanna look like, how you wanna feel like, and basically what you need to do, just focusing on what you decide. So it's really important for take a right decision. So make it deep thinking, make it deep analyzation. Is what you want and what you wish, it's really you wish, or it's just the influence from Italy? What you need, a new car, new washing machine, and a new phone because you have a phone from last year and now its look sucks and so on, and you will be not so stylish, and you need some branded clothes. So it can be like anything what might be make feel you not really happy and so on. Just make an analyzation, it's really important for you or not, and what is important for you. So maybe your health, let's say, or maybe how you look like, it might be more important or less important. So analyze, just analyze, and what the privilege will be. And then when you will be certainly sure it's right, because we want so many things but it's useless, we don't use it. Like I don't know, it some people, they do shopping just for fun, or they just like time spending. It's not because they really need that things, but imagine you spend a lot of time, and some people spend the time on work they not really like, and after buy some stuff what we not really need. So basically we make a really huge waste of time, and all our life it's just time. So when we killing time killing us, that's it. So maybe we should be like more responsible for way we're living, But yes, if you enjoy your work, enjoy what you're doing, it's just great. So all your time you spend with a big pleasure, and then you can spend some time with your friends with pleasure as well. So it's really, really important for collect positive emotions. So you can do the same thing, earn some money, and after go and spending, but it will be in totally different way. Yeah, some people enjoy every moment of it, they not really care, and some people, they not really satisfy themselves, and it's will give them just really short release when you buy some new clothes, and probably you will never put it on again, and you will feel down again, and so on. It's like a bloody circle, and it seems like no way out from it, and so on. So just try to be more mindful and try to be more conscious about the things you do on everyday action. Because let's say you complete the same routine every day, wake up, going to work, come back, and so on, and it became automatic process. So you not care much, and it's good if you can enjoy it, and every day it's like fun for you. But it's really terrible if you're struggling on the work and come back home and nothing pleasant up there, and not much people talk to, and so on. So many people, they just keep suffering from really basic things what's really easy to change, and they not change because we not keep attention to it, we not keep mindful about the certain things, and we make it like happen automatically. And you have a power. So we talk about the power of focus. So just decide where you want to move your focus, where you want to move your laser of mind, and what you want to get. So basically, is more you're focusing, it more chance you will get it. So the easiest way, especially for the beginners, just try from a simple thing. Just focus on here and now, like what you're doing. If you're eating, try to not watch in telly, try to eat. Because if we talking to someone or we watch movie and we eating, we're not focusing on putting food in our body, and we get hungry and we eat again and we overload ourselves with calories. But when you totally focus on eating process, so you can feed much faster, and it's have a lot of tiny psychological things when you can reduce amount of food without being hungry. Let's say day by day you put the food in a smaller plate, so it will be less amount of food, but your mind will be think you eat the same amount of food, you will be full. And you can take a really small spoon, fork, and eat it with a small spoon. So you will do more movements than usual with a big one, but your mind will think, oh, I eaten long time and put like 20 spoons already, I should be full. And you will get full again. So it's many techniques how you can escape from feelings of hungriness. And if you change food, let's say slow carbohydrates instead of fast, it's quite difficult to eat a lot of beans or brown rice or buckwheat or whatever. With less amount of food, you will not feel hungry. So it's just an example with the food, yeah. So when you focus it on it and you just eat food, you try to taste and be focused on it. So just enjoy the food. You can be feed like more quicker and with less amount of food. Instead, when your attention somewhere away, when you think about something, watch telly, chatting with your friends or use other device, and you eat it at the same time, and you're not focused on it. So it's really easy to overload yourself with calories, and after think, oh damn, how it was possible I gained so much weight, and so on. So whatever you do, just try to be here and now. So if you're cleaning a house, just think about the cleaning house and focus it on the movements you do. So try to connect the movements, how your legs, your arms moves. So where you put the garbage or how you clean the plates. So I don't know, whatever you do. You put your clothes on the right place. Just don't think about anything else. Just be right here, right now. So if you, let's say, walking, try not think about anything. If you walk in a park or you walk to a workplace, just try to focus on walking. Just focus how your legs moving, just what you see around. Because many advertisements we see on the street, our subconscious mind just eat it. But when you look at it consciously, oh, it's not my style, I don't really like it, it's too cheap for me, or too expensive, or I don't like the colors. But when you not keep attention to it, your subconscious mind absorb like literally everything around. So an experiment, when people was put in a hypnosis state, so they realize they remember literally everything what was happened with them, like yesterday, before yesterday, everyone and everything they saw on the street. It just was recorded on a tape, what amount of people was and so on. But in reality, they cannot remember anything. They even don't remember what street name and where they walk and what people been there. It was dog up there or wasn't. But in a hypnosis state, they can recap all of the tiny details. What just amazing. It means our subconscious mind absorb literally everything what happened to us around. And it might be work not well for you if you do it everything unconsciously. So you don't know how certain information will work on you. So maybe all of the things you bought, it's just a really good influence from subliminal messages and all of the boards you saw around like 100 times per day. And maybe it might be really good explanation why you choose a certain style or buy a certain clothes and pick this one sunglasses, not another one, and so on. So try to decide where you want to put your focus, where you want to be, how you want to feel, how you want to look like. Yeah, and can use all of the available tools for be better version of yourself. So basically every day you can be better and better. You can learn some new information, read new books, work on your personality. So if something you really don't like in yourself, try to change it. If you don't know how, try to find information how to change it. If you not feel great, okay, just to make research, focus it on get certain knowledge how to make you feel good. So maybe you get sick and you get rid of a certain illness, or if you have a low energy level, try to find the cause why it. Maybe you stress too much, or you think too much, or maybe you have some bacteria or fungus, whatever, you never know. You need to make a medical research. So try to realize what's the problem, why you are not happy, why you have a problem with relationship, and try to fix it if you want, of course. But if you are quite happy with your life, focus it on it. So you are happy with your life, you are happy with everything you want, just focus it on it. But basically, to be happy with what you have, it's really important skills, but it doesn't mean you cannot have more. You always can wish more, you always go and get some more. And what you deserve, it's only you decide. You decide you deserve for best, or you not deserve it, and so on. Yeah. So focus. I don't know. It's probably one of the main key of achievement, and you can use it like literally to anything. And probably my monologue was comprehensive enough for the day. Probably time to finish. And yeah, my evening training, try to focus on training, not be interrupted with anyone. Sometimes I come alone. I really enjoy to spend time with my friends, but if I come alone, okay, I try even not talk to anyone, just focus on my exercises. And yeah, results, it's not wait, will come sooner or later. So today I done the shoulders, really same program. I keep it for this week. No, not this week. 1, 2. Okay, this month. My apology. So I done 4 exercises, 4 sets, 4 sets per exercise, and 10 reps per 1 set. Pretty much enough. And I done cycling before about 20 minutes, and I'll do cycling 20 minutes after the gym as a cardio for decrease the amount of fat in our skin. So basically it's quite enough for the training. So usually if I have time, I can train in even 2 hours, just make stretching, warm up and so on. But if I don't have time, sometimes train only 40 minutes. In this case, about 1 hour. So everything take a bit more than 1 hour. So it's pretty much enough. But if you like super busy, you don't have time, but you shift your focus already for be fit, you already shift your focus for be more skinnier, lose some weight, okay, do at least something, do at least half an hour. So even a little bit of exercise is better than nothing. So if you have half an hour, okay, do it half an hour, and sooner or later you'll have a bit more time, you can increase it, so you can jump into your fitness activity, fitness life, whatever, really smoothly without any stress. So probably half an hour it will be really light training. I don't think so you will make really high intensity to it, so you can go it step by step, make it really smooth, and you will get some results sooner or later. Just keep focusing on it. Alright, so time to finish my training and time to finish my speech. And I wish to everyone just training with your focus and be really focused, and especially if you want something really hardly. So just keep focusing on it. Okay, hope you like the contents, and yeah, just to put some comments if it really sucks. Just put some critic. I try to make some improvements. And see you later.
It's all about humanity.